Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. In this video, we're going to talk about finding problems to things and how to make sure you're not doing that anymore. Because on your journey to success, on the journey to becoming a better entrepreneur, better influencer, what's going to happen is that you're going to come across walls. And these walls won't always be physical. It won't always be something in the world, it won't always be an event that happens or someone that you meet. Sometimes it's something that happens inside. Now, when something happens in your mind that happens and it just creates some turmoil, right? So you're going in one direction and then you're getting hit by this wall, and it's a mental wall. This wall can be very, very debilitating. And when this happens, well, it can be very confusing how to actually overcome this. Now, what happens when you're trying to get to the place and then you can't actually get to it? Well, this thing is way more complicated than it may seem, but on the other hand, it can be solved very simply. Now, this is so big, right? It's such a big problem, and unfortunately I can't tackle all of it today, and I can't tackle all of it in this video. However, what I'm going to be talking about is this really small thing that you can do to actually get through it, okay? Now, it might not get rid of all your problems, but if you do this little thing, you'll be able to actually make a difference in your life. So what is this little thing? Well, it's a strategy not to think about the problems that you have that don't really exist. Now, you gotta put these problems when they come up into two buckets. One is a problem something that I can solve, and then the other, it's, well, is it something that I can't solve? Okay, and depending on which bucket you put it in, either that you can solve it or can't solve it, that will pretty much determine what you do with the problem. So instead of thinking about the problem and overthinking about the problem and ruminating about it, you can literally decide right then and there if it's something you're going to do something about or if it's something that you're not going to do something about. So what happens when it's a problem that you can do something about? Then the next step is just simply to do a strategy, right? How am I going to solve it, right? You can use notes, you can use a piece of paper, and then you literally just write out these things, right? Okay, so I gotta do this. And then if it's a problem that you can't solve, then something that really helps is to kind of figure out, like, okay, what is this problem? How is this problem being solved, right? So who is solving it, right? So this obviously, if you have a question about, for example, law or taxes, and you don't know, then either you can look it up, or if it's impossible to find that information like on the internet or in books, you can go to a professional. So then you would simply write on this a note, well, go see that person, right? Or this person is already solving this problem, or is already solving this problem. So this way, no matter what you're doing, like whether you have one problem that seems impossible or one problem that seems very possible to solve, this it just makes it way more simple. Now with this, once you have this going, you may want to start thinking about all the problems in the world, right? It's like, oh well, since I have this awesome strategy, I want to think about every single problem, and I want to make sure that every single problem is solved in my life. Now you can do that. It may take you some time, but after a while you may understand that some problems just cannot be solved, and that's where you put it in this bucket. Impossible. It's impossible to solve. I can't do anything about it. Okay, it's possible to solve maybe, but I can't do anything about it, and that's okay. Okay, that's where a bunch of things like faith and belief and just self-love comes in. And once you do this, you'll have a solid understanding of, okay, like if I want to do something like a business, or I wanted to accomplish something cool in my life, then I know that if I come up against a problem, I'll be able to not only not freak out about it, but I'll be able to actually get past it in a smart, intelligent, and effective way. So that's really it I wanted to share with you guys for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't hesitate to let me know, and I'll see you in the next one.